Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I am your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming to you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Whomp. Friends, before we get into it, by now, brothers and sisters, Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you by the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, editors, musicians, creatives of all kinds, shape, and color are coming together to have a place where they don't have to worry about being deplatformed. But my brother Joe Bachman will be happy to get into it a lot more in a little bit. We'll get to him because he plugs it better than I do, at least allegedly. Now, friends, happy Hump Day, everybody! It is a wonderful Wednesday. We are in the middle of that beautiful false fall feeling that comes at the end of August when the air starts to get breathable and it doesn't hurt my lungs. And I can chill. And I will tell you now, Monday was a little rough for me. Monday was a rough day for me. And it's been a bit of a rough run. We've got a lot of things hitting. But I woke up yesterday. And this leads to my accountability because it's important to factor these sorts of things. I woke up Wednesday in bad shape, friends. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to describe. I believe in wearing my scars as open as possible so that when you're going through something, you can understand that you are not alone. It was rough. It was very rough. I got up and I started watching the news to see what was going on and catch up. And that did not exactly help. Because every morning I get up before Xander gets up because as part of his reaction to the effects of the pandemic and having to watch the news, he gets very anxious when the news is on. So, caught through some things. And I went about my morning in my usual kind of absent-minded self. Now, Maddie was home. Maddie was home yesterday. It was really nice because our stovetop died. And had to be replaced. And we couldn't get parts for the stovetop, so we had to replace the entire oven, which seems wasteful to me, but we had no other option. So we replaced the oven. It was delivered yesterday. But while I woke up, I was going around. The dangest thing happened. Couldn't find my phone. In one of my bits of absent-mindedness, which should shock no one, could not find my phone. And for the first time in a long time, instead of tensing out about it, I felt myself relax. Relax? Me? Relax? Like I said, I was in bad shape. And part of it is having to deal with certain truths. And as we age, we go through phases in our lives. And part of what I carry, being me, is an obsessive need to help people. It really is. It's obsessive, perhaps excessive. Feel free to jot that up. But not being able to help people, especially due to my assorted health conditions and the fact that I relocated quite a bit, was a burden I didn't realize how heavy it was. And part of my philosophy is I believe that if you are doing the job to help people, it can't be about you. So whenever I go into a new project or a new plan, well, maybe it comes from years of situational awareness, but I always know where my exit is. I always try to leave a place better than I found it. And I always make sure that the design that is shaped can function in the absence of my part of it. It's my inverted form of planned obsolescence. I want anything I serve to be able to function without me. And it's something I've been scolded for a long time by some people as a bit of lack of, esteem. You think you're replaceable. Sad fact is, in the vast majority of what we do, folks, we are replaceable. In any larger endeavor, we are cogs in the wheel. Cogs in the machine. And we have to accept that as part of it, because we are finite beings in an infinite universe. This is a very interesting thing. But I felt a great burden because of recently I haven't been able to help people the way I used to. I've been able to do training and practices. I haven't been able to take in new folks. And while I am getting better towards a version of that, I also, had the great relief. Earlier, we had the Shakespeare program, and Trelane informed me that she was, going to hold practices, and she recently informed me that she had new people coming in. Now, what does this apply to us? What does this apply to us as writers and creatives? Just give me a second. You know me. If I'm talking this way, I'm getting somewhere important. But in doing what I do, sometimes it means I carry a weight or two. Burdens that may or may not be that I'm supposed to, but I carry them anyway. And Trelane said she's able to do some practice and training, and there's no one I trust more for it, literally. She is under orders that in the event of my passing, she is to make sure that my son can learn to sword fight in my style. That's how much I trust Trelane about him. But I realized yesterday morning that it was okay. That because she was there and she was doing it, I could put something down that I've been carrying for a very, very long time. I'd grown very heavy. And so yesterday morning, instead of going through the rest of my ritual, was watching, keeping track of what's the hottest part of the world burning, as the news tells us and stuff. Instead, I stumbled across a very, very nice ambient, royalty-free tavern music, like fantasy tavern RPG, almost JRPG looping kind of thing. And I put that on, and I had a very nice tea with my wife. Tea and surprisingly good little biscuits, the little Benvita guys, which I have a wrapper for some here. It's little cinnamon biscuits, but somewhere between a cookie and a biscuit. I don't know. But we had this delightful tea. And in the course of that, as I was just sitting there, I put down a lot of things I didn't need to be carrying. We need to be aware of what's going on in the world, but not consumed by the things we can't change. We need to be aware of what's going around in our lives, but we need to be willing and able to put it down at some point. There's a professor, and he's talking about stress and things. He held up a little glass. Unfortunately, I have a rather large glass, so it doesn't make as good a point. He says, how heavy is this? And, they said, a few ounces. Is it hard to hold? Hands it this way? No. Now hold it for a minute, an hour. Hold it for a day, a year. Hold it for a decade. Hold it for a lifetime. How heavy is it? We are the people who watch this stream, and don't let anybody fool you. The wonderful folks who watch this stream, either, the silent lurkers, I know you're out there, and I love you. I understand there's a lot of personality out here. And the good folks who chat are incredibly motivated. All of them. Two with one. Now y'all are gonna fight about it and deny it and whatever. And I don't have time for that, so I'm not going to acknowledge it, at least at this point. But part of the process of not just creating but life is learning when it's time to set it down. And that for me is one of the hardest things in the world. I don't mind acknowledging my limitations. Adaptive training, adaptive teaching, adaptive lifestyle are what I've been about. I've been walking on a cane, not nearly as long as I should have, but for a very long time. I have to wear glasses and braces and all these things. I'm one notch from becoming a Borg with all the things I hook up when I go to sleep, And that defiance has defined me. Hashtag fueled by spite. But sometimes we have to set it down. And it is very hard for me to know the difference between completion and defeat. And some of you are like this. How many people have books out there, I wonder, in pursuit of perfection or completion that are endless? My friend Glenn, I can't pronounce his last name. It's Welsh right now. Well, his name is always Welsh. My pronunciation is not up to it. I'm thinking too hard. He spent years working on this project. And I wrote something for it 5 years ago. And I moved on. And they contacted me about doing more. I'm like, no, I've done my part. I'm up to my eyeballs. But at some point, he's going to have to say, this is done. It took me 15 years of notes and scratches and writing to get the Simple Sword done. Years from I'm taking notes as I'm teaching people because someday this will be a manual so that I can help people who aren't here. That was 12 years ago. And I put out a bunch of other things, and hopefully knock on wood, if I can get my beloved proofreader to mark up what I have typoed and what writing with autocorrect, who does not speak Nickies, has fixed for me, because it likes to delay that it fixes it. So I don't always see it. I'm hoping possibly by the end of this week to have another project out. But when I was writing the first draft of it, I had one story that was eating at me. And I ended up writing past it. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do, because the story just isn't ending. It isn't. Right? And I realized I have to pull this out. It needs more room. So that's Haints and Hellfire. I'm about 3,600 words, somewhere in there, into it. And I think this is going to be one of my longer projects. It wasn't set out to be, but that's what it's turning into, to let the other thing go. And by setting it aside and putting it down, I can finish up the book, get it to Mandy to look at, and in the next couple of days, I'm going to finish up drawing the cover and get that out. But I don't think, if I hadn't taken yesterday, at least a part of it, and put down that way, and let myself grieve for who I was, because we're all changing, and I certainly am. I'm in a point of flux, and I may not know what I'm changing into and what I'm going to do, but I know at that moment I was carrying too much. Now, there are some things in life that can't be, you can't be replaced. I am Xander's only father, and that will come first in everything. And if that means backing out of screen shows or whatever, I've given up a lot more to do that, and that's fine. But I'm the only one of those he gets. So I have to do that right. I'm Amanda's husband. We're old-fashioned. Barring, death of either of us, the only ones of those we're going to get. Got to do that right. So when you look, guys, at what you're doing, where you're working, what projects you're working on, what matters. No one else could have written the simplest order. I mean, there are thousands and thousands of sword manuals. There are thousands and thousands of games. There are thousands and thousands of everything. But no one could have written that one. You got to prioritize it. And you got to find the balance of when to pick it up, when to do it, when to put it down. And that might not be a high word count accountability. That might not be a profit benchmark or an intellectual or social benchmark. I'm not saying, we've gotten up to this many followers or this or that. But I think there's and I'm hesitant to use the word wisdom, but I think there's some wisdom in it. And anytime you can come into a wisdom and find your way through it and be better for it, that is a heck of an accomplishment, and not bad for a Tuesday morning, which I never did get a handle on how one handles Tuesdays. They're always strange days. And once we got the oven in, because I had to tend to Xander, keep us both out of the way, and we went on a run and got snacks and did things. It was a good time. The day moved on. But that chunk of morning that I took really taught me some things, that I could put it down. If you have people you can trust, who can help you, who can help make you better, who can help you be better, who inspire you to be better. That means occasionally, when you need to, you can set it down. And it also means they'll be there to help you pick up what you need to pick up. And that's a wonder, friends. Having the right kind of people, because the other part of it is we forget that we get to curate our experiences. We have far more authority, more capacity to curate our experiences. And we lose sight of that. I can willfully turn off the television, turn off streaming, turn off whatever I need to do, turn on some mellow music, and live a little life. And you can too. It's okay at times not to be tied into everything. Now, there are huge engines of noise out there working to keep us distracted, disoriented, to keep us focused and angry, because attention is a commodity. And what we trade for that attention is a commodity. And I think right now, huge forces on Earth are working to trade panic for attention, because panic, fear, anger, these are addictive substances. As much as caffeine or any of the other shady things we're not supposed to enjoy that we often do. And I look around and I think what people need to be better. And somebody's tried to help people for a very long time. It needs serenity. I think the nation, at least, if not the world, is tired in the way that you don't need sleep, you need peace. So I encourage you guys. This is not saying be lazy. This is not saying, slack off on your creations. I won't let you off that easy. But stop every once in a while for a good cup of tea. Ours was Bengal spice. Kind of hot, has a bit of heat to it. I think there might actually be some black pepper in it, which sounds odd, but it's quite delightful. That had a little soy milk, because we don't use proper dairy, and a little sweetener. Finding peace gives you, it solidifies your foundation so that you can look at the structures you're building and you can go, is that stable? If it's not, you got to tear it down, start over again. It happens. But if it is, or you think you can fix it, you can prop it up. But you got to have your feet square on a stable ground. And so I'm going to encourage you guys to seek that. And that's my accountability. And speaking of stable places, I'm going to run an ad, because it is Wednesday and I don't have to worry about overstepping my dear friend Nita. And we'll get back to your commentary and we'll find out what's going on with you. I'll tell you more about what's going on as it pops up, and we'll have a really nice, chill Wednesday. I nearly threw on my laid back music to get this going, but before we do that, I got a bill to pay. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Joe Bachman with the Independent Creator Directory, and we're going to talk about what is the Independent Creators Directory today. Well, this was created so that creators of various disciplines could have a space to list links to their works, to promote themselves, and also promote other creators that they know. This also gives them a way of having all their links stored so that if by chance they get the ban hammer from any of the major social media networks, they still have a place they can send people to be able to look at what they've created. To become a member, just go to indiecd.org, click on Become a Member in the top right. It's a $20 lifetime fee. that also includes updates to your page whenever you have new works that come out. All you have to do is contact me. I am the one that sets up your page for you. I am also the one that does all the updates for you. You'll also have access to the back end for a blog if you're wanting that feature. And I can also grant you access to the calendar to be able to add in any events that you may be going to. For any other questions you may have, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, on the Independent Creator Directory Facebook page, or by emailing me at jbachman@indiecd.org. Thank you and have a great day.
Get on, and I'm going to try to get us to have a great week, but let's get into the commentary and see who's saying what. First through the door, and actually give me a second because I've got comment dump hitting. Woohoo! There we go. Wow, we've got a great comment dump hitting. First through the door was Alex Creations. Good morning, Alec. When is LibraryCon again? Also dropping my like. Thank you for dropping your like. And while you're here, guys, please hit like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to do some good here. This isn't like a lot of the other programs that are just beating their drum or keeping you riled up. We're trying to build something. Hey, Alec. September 9th starts at 10 a.m. local. That's right. Over at the Benton County Public Library on 102 North Van Buren Street in lovely Fowler, Indiana. Oops, I need to make a coffee run, says Carl. And thank you for that information, Carl. I'm sure Aunt Donna is all out. Wise man. Chilly morning here. Had to turn my ceiling fan off. That's rare in my office, except in the winter. My ceiling fan must keep going at all times for the steadfastness. But yes, I'm enjoying this break, this reprieve from the heat. Accountability. Spent part of yesterday rearranging my notes for the spy novel. The world of espionage and warfare is complex. If I mess up some World War II facts, someone will catch me up on it. Pardon me. And don't get me started on Cold War espionage. Oh, you know what? I think we would love that. I think we would love a program where Carl Witzman is talking about Cold War and World War II espionage. That could be fun. Spy time with Carl Witzman. You just need a smoking jacket to go. Today we're talking about the events that were recently unclassified at. Could be a lot of fun. And Donna's greeting everyone. Hey, Alec and Witzman dude. Donna gal. Hey, Donna. I might be able to make LibraryCon. I have a vendor event over that time. Oh, might not be able to think. Oh, is that when Dan Patch is? We hope that you can make part of it. You'll get to meet us. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Starts arranging a pentagram of cat toys and nuts to attract Donna here. Lights and candles. Now, you know you're going to catch a Keisha Acuff if you do that. So, support your local cat cult. No cults, cat or otherwise. No cults. Cults always cause problems. No cults. Calvin pulled a bag containing Donna's previous precious blackberry liquor off the counter yesterday. Luckily, it didn't break. That boy is possessed by Carrie Nation or something. Wow. There's an old movie, very old and very long, that features a discussion on temperance, and it's called The Hallelujah Trail. It has Burt Lancaster and Lee Remick. This is an old movie, folks. However, one, Lee Remick's just absolutely adorable in it. Two, it is one of my favorite Westerns of all time. And Donald Pleasance's Oracle. My gosh, is that a fun movie. I really recommend that to anybody who has an afternoon to burn, because it's like a 3-some-odd-hour movie. It was across 2 VHS tapes back in the day and had a built-in intermission in the film about time to give you a chance to go to the bathroom. I am not kidding. However, it is comedically brilliant, and you just made me think of that. Alec, There's your history lesson for the day. Ha! Very informational, says Alec. Oh, gotta go. Have class. Talk later. Bye, Alec. Hope we might be here when you get back. If not, we'll catch you another time. Later. And we've got good morning, friends. Good morning, Kelly Carlisle. And to remind folks who that lovely person is, Kelly Carlisle is the author, also known as Kelly Austin, of the Paranormal Case Files of Bishop Kincaid, the Rembrandt Stratagem, and not only an author, but the facilitator. I'm not sure what one calls the person who pulls together an anthology. That's one I'd love to know. Of Atomic Stories #1, 8 pulse-pounding pulp stories. That's coming out in March of next year, but in October of this year, Rembrandt Stratagem. Guys, I'm going to give spoilers. It's awesome. No, I'm not going to give spoilers. You know better than that. However, how are you doing, Kelly? I hope you're feeling better and getting things done. Let's see. Hold on, I have a comment up to navigate. Let's see. Clickbait headline for another show. The moon is moving away from the earth. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, about an inch every year. Whatever. I find that tragic. Like, in my heart of hearts, I find that the Earth's celestial companion is slowly drifting away, and one day will be whisked off into space, depending on the direction of the moment of release when it happens, to drift alone after being much loved. Just think about that for a second. I mean, on the off chance that humanity doesn't put anything else up on the moon, some junk, a rover, part of a spacecraft, and a tattered flag. Well, a frozen flag. I don't know if it's been hit by anything yet. Just drifting off through the void. That's beautifully poetic. Thank you for putting me in a further strange mindset there, Carl. Hey, Kelly. Good morning and happy hump day, my fine furry friends. Good morning, Joe. I hope you're having a good week as we start to crest over the midweek and go racing towards our much vaulted, much wanted weekend where we can let our metaphorical hair down and put our feet up. Joby, accountability. New calendar set up on indecd.org. Slowly getting everything tracked to it. Joe is a powerhouse. He's going to be one of those most important people. Just give him time. I started watching that, Joe. When are you broadcasting? Just no warning, huh? Yeah, basically. However, you can go to indecd.org, events, community, add, and submit stuff directly to the calendar without needing a username or a password. That might be a thing. At Carl Whitman, yeah, I'm pretty much broadcasting when I get a chance right now. Hoping by October I will be back to a more normal schedule. I am hoping by October to have a Halloween party because I'm not doing that whole thing this year due to the massive temperature fluctuations. Being cold, being that hot would impede a lot of people's costuming and comfort, and I'm just not going to do that to people. Maddie's working on birthday plans. I don't know what they are. I'm just going to have faith that she's doing them. Cool. Hey, Joby. I might need my password reset over EBCD. Oops. No problem. That taken care of later. I love how stuff gets done on the show. Thanks. Hope everyone is doing well this morning. It's been interesting. Doing all right. Just doing paperwork. Sorry, Callie managed to knock over a cup full of pencils from the bookshelf. Sigh. Charcoal is such a good girl. She doesn't do these things. Oh, in cat-related news, because the cats have been of such good behavior, and it is coming on the season when we have our furry little invaders, Stuart and Dusty have been free for last evenings. Dusty because he hid like a fink, and Mandy had to go to sleep, so she couldn't put him back. And they both got to spend the night out. They are much more calm about things. Let's see. Morning all, morning Nick. Greetings from the office. Greetings to you, Joe. I hope your 9 to 5 isn't getting you too down. If not, I'm sure Miss Dolly has something to say about it. Let's see. Jody. Everybody's happy to see Joe. And I'll a little early for an ad because I ran late, but I'll probably drop one of his ads. Joe Bachman, I'm cool. I got to where I needed to. Please don't forget to like this video. Thanks. And there we are. Sorry, we're getting a lot of commentary. So, accountability. At the office today, because laptop died, talking to colleague and finding out the laptop is not under warranty. Gotta wait to see if it can be fixed. On a loaner now. Oh, man. Loaner computers are always rough. Jody, that's pain. Sorry. The state of Illinois likes to save money on warranties and just fix some stuff themselves. Yeah, that means it takes forever. I never thought I would marvel at the efficiency of Indiana government work, but we live in strange times. Ouch, Jody. Sorry to hear that. Good morning. Good morning, Grant. Hey, Grant. Great show with CM Lining. Yeah, C. Michael's an amazing guy. Sorry to hear about that, Jody. Any chance you're using an HP? Thanks, Carl. Accountability. As far as creative stuff, had to make a hard decision if animation will be done with Ray Render or iRay Render or 3D Light Render. It's taking too long to do smaller animation renders in iRay. Okay. That's interesting. That is outside of my scope of knowledge. So it is fascinating. Hi, Kelly, Jody. Okay, that's greetings, and we got more greetings. And it's not that I don't love that folks are getting greetings. It's just I can rattle you guys' names off quite a bit. And accountability proof print for standard cover of PSN number 4 has been sent and paid for. Wonderful at printers. Nice, Jody. Hi, Carl and Donna. Oh, Carl, that thing I talked about having thrown in the water behind my apartment is my crappy HD laptop. Me and Microsoft dislike each other. Are you going to go? Okay, so Microsoft is, and you don't get along. Are you going the route of Apple? Are you going to the sorcery but amazement of Linux? How are you escaping? Are you even going to resort to a Chromebook to get things done? Let me know. We want to know as this breakup occurs. Breaking news live. Kelly Carlisle is trying to break up with Microsoft. Just clean it up and donate it somewhere. Kelly, someone could use it. Yeah. Carl, I feel like as if I was making someone, if I did that. I'll keep it in mind, though. I hate Microsoft. It happens. Grant says, I didn't get off work till 1:30 last night, so I'm just getting up. Haven't even had coffee. My friend, take it easy. Get some caffeine if you're, let's see, 1:30. So you probably had some measure of sleep. Go be gentle with yourself, sir. That's rough. Yikes, Grant. I'm considering jumping to the Apple laptop world. I don't know. I cannot personally support Apple for a series of reasons, but many people do. Hey, Grant, I might make breakfast Breakfast is really helpful, and I am finding if I take the time to make a bigger breakfast, I am a much happier and more functional Nick. So maybe you need breakfast too. This is not brought to you by the Breakfast Council. Carl, I'm grouchy this morning, so I'll probably donate it as you suggested. I can't get anything done. It's so annoying. I need to get my standard 5 pots of coffee started. Oh, poor Kelly. And I've got to get an EKG in the morning. Oh, go. Oh, the headaches. Oh, wait, no, EKG. Sorry. EKG stink too. Just EEG's giving me a splitting headache every time. Angie's dealing with a broken compy too. It's that time. Does anyone here use an Apple computer? I'm sorry. I use currently a Lenovo 22-inch all-in-one that I have intersections with, and I have the Carl Witzman box that there's some debate whether it will be set up as my backup or if it's going to become the living room work PC. There are some diabolical contemplations. This is why backing up your computer is so important. Keeping an older computer around. Yep. Now back there I have the somewhere. Yeah, you see it over the shoulder under stuff? That's my Dell. It runs 98. I can't put that thing on the internet, but if I need to type, it has Works, which is my friend. See, there were some good things that came out of the old days of Microsoft. Works being one of them. I do that. I'm just annoyed with the laptop. Kelly. I said my college laptop with the Vista virus. The Vista virus. Somewhere I have my old ThinkPad. Whew. You're a funny young lady. When I was in college, we still had punch cards, and the computer took up the whole room. The punch cards were cool, though. I got to see some of that stuff. I could have just gotten a rotten machine as well. Should never bought it from Walmart. That might have been part of it. Punch cards, I stand corrected. Punch cards? Ouch, that was a zillion years ago. I'm a zillion and 63 years old. Well, with it being a zillion and 63 years old, let's run a commercial. And let's see what we have. We haven't run. Hold on. No, I'm going to leave that up because I find that funny. So I don't lose my place. I said I'd run Joe's. Where's Joe's?
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Joe, I want to see if I can do something. If I go here, unstar this, will it bring me back to... Yes, it does. Okay, cool. A zillion and 63, still not older than dirt. Carl, stop saying your age, Carl. You're a zillion and 64. Oh, y'all are terrible. Hand orange covering eyes. I am ashamed of you, Carl. I'm sorry I got cut off. Oh, no. You're awesome, Carl. No, a zillion and 62, going on 20. Hello, I'm not older than dirt, but I was on the naming committee. Okay, you guys are having fun here. Right, Grant. In November, I will be 64. Spy time. Sure sounds like fun, and I already have the smoking jacket. Exactly. Carl, please resume writing your book. It sounds interesting. Still working on that, Carl. Kelly. And Do you have a title for it? Thank you, Nick. I've been trying to think of the title of that movie forever. Yes, The Hallelujah Trail. I think it's on Amazon Prime. I know I have it on DVD somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon Prime, or it was last time I looked. Grand film. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Bouncer. I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon, evening. You know, we're having a pleasant morning. Things are going pretty well. Welcome, Bouncer. Carl, keep me posted so I can advertise it whenever you get ready for publication. Alfred, for you and Donna. The moon says, don't cry for me, Argentina. But look, guys. Just think of the poor lycanthropes. In my books and website, I mean to say, okay, got you. Thanks, Kelly. Always my friend. You got it wrong. The moon and the earth got a divorce, and she's keeping all our stuff. Oh, no, I don't want to be part of a broken home. No, come on. Or we can go. Oh, God, I was about to make a series of jokes that would have gotten me in trouble. LOL, Bonzer. LOL. Halloween story. Our cat Blue liked to look out the front door window till one night the devil showed his little face in that window. From that day, he kept away from the door. Oh, creative stuff. Cool. Finished a new short story for submissions. We are working on the final illustrations. Vanwin, the cover is next. I've been following your stuff. I follow a lot of things. I don't always have time to comment, guys, but it's just beautiful. We've been brainstorming what would be a suitable spy music theme for Anwin the Spy doll. That's a great question. You should talk to Dan. Yeah, talk to Dan Hollifield. He is very helpful and reasonably financially. And you can contact him through indiecd.org. Yes, folks. Hashtag always promote. Let him know you're a fellow writer and you'll be good. I think Bouncer and Dan know each other. Vista wasn't bad. It was Windows 8 fixed, but it had issues with modern software. Oh. I did not realize you were in support of the Vista virus. That thing did harm. Oh, I have like I literally got goosebumps hearing something positive about Vista. Hey, Cat. Did Cat come in? Did I miss Cat? I didn't think I missed Cat. Or do you see Cat elsewhere? My Vista works better than my modern laptop, and that's sad. Well, that's true too. I'll give you that. A lot faster. Oh, I'm sorry, Kelly. I missed your question. Since it's about Australia, I'm thinking Love and Death Down Under. Oops. Watched The Dark Valley last night. Probably has my favorite gunfight in the Western. That's a good choice. There she is. Dawn has arrived. Yes, Dawn, I see you slinking on in. How are you doing? Hey, I think I overslept. We'll let you get off being tardy this time. Hi, Dawn. Ooh, that's good. Reminds me of a James Bond title. Yes, it does. We need to see Carl start a show with the James Bond, the circles. You know what I'm talking about. Da-da-da. Thanks. Morning all, morning dawn. Whoop. Let's see. And please don't forget to like. No, guys, don't forget to like. And I'm going to run an ad real quick. Let's see. We've been awful jovial, so I'm going to pull it down. I love the drop in that song, Carl. I really do. And Mad Gasser of Mattoon County and the Mad Gasser cheerleader. It's a terrifyingly bizarre, wonderful world that Carl Witzman has wrought upon us. And you can use code BOOKIT10 for 10% off of any of the Lulu books, whichever author you might choose. That is wonderful. So we have a lot going on, guys. I'm very proud that you guys are so busy. Let's see, what else do we have that I wanted to discuss? It seems like we've had some quiet days this time of year. I think maybe with school starting, more of us have been busy, but by going out and creating and doing stuff, we are making positive changes, and I really like that. I'm too busy at this point. Yes, Joe is one of those people who either needs to be picked up by a major corporation or win the lotto. And I mean one of the big, the billion, the kind of a lotto win that makes people's faces get ugly. That's a lot of money. Ooh. Yes, that's what Joe needs, because he's doing so much with everything he does. It's impressive and it's heroic, and it makes me feel like I am such a bum. Not that I'm not aware of my general bumbliness, but this I will agree with. I will say this. Vista was not really made for consumers per se. It was used to make sure corporations could still function until Windows 10 was fully developed. I can see that. There was a lot of bizarre apologetics, and a lot of it was kind of insulting the way they did stuff. I'm looking at that whole Windows Mojave. What if we told you it's actually Vista? It's like, then it actually sucks for the user. That was the period in my life where I was forced to go Linux for a while. I went Ubuntu because of how bad the Vista virus caused problems. I tried to type my username and password for Site Manager into the chat here. Please don't, Joe. It's bad enough that they're targeting me. I don't want them to come after you. Busy. Oh, Lord, I changed my middle name to Busy. Kelly Busy Carlisle. Windows 2000 was probably the most stable version until Win 10 came. Absolutely. And this box, I believe, is on Windows 11 because it caught the early jump. Yes, because the centered thing. I have to look at the toolbar. Very true, Carl, that Windows went insane. What gets me and what bothers me is how much bloat, not just bloatware, that they put into things. Both your cell Android systems and your Windows. Oh, no. Anyone who wants my Site Manager username and password is more than welcome to it. Just keep in mind you'll have to start doing my paperwork. Oh, God. Joe, you don't want to accidentally outsource, okay? I'm sure there's a company in New Delhi that would be happy to have access to anything you have access to. No thanks, Joe. You don't want to see my version of paperwork, and you certainly don't want me in one of my moods anywhere near the roads in Indiana. Because, one, it's like, this is engineered, but it's not over-engineered. Can we over-engineer it? Budget? I don't need no stinking budget. We're with the government. We're here to help. Thanks, Joby. I need to feed the cats, Joe. Okay. You go feed the cats. Because of my job, I started with my Microsoft certification, starting with Vista. That's why I know most OS aren't really made for. Oh, I agree. And it is the dumbest thing in the world. At some point, somebody needs to grab the PC companies and go, hey, here's a crazy idea. Make things user-friendly. Shoot, I miss my command bar. I miss being able to, I don't know where I put it. Let me go through DOS. I also miss, it used to be that if you wanted to personalize your computer, it was far easier. You could easily get into the files and personalize it. But they don't really get it. Windows, bloat, never. I have a laptop full of bloat. Well, maybe that's part of it. Have you considered just going, if it will function at all, going in and uninstalling anything you don't use? A lot of times doing that and checking what you have, what has permissions on your startup can do a lot of good. Because what automatically starts running for your convenience can kill everything down. Now, my poor box is abused, and it does not have enough RAM for what I make it do. But I know that it is plotted against. And I do have the fancy box that Carl gave me. However, I've almost got this thing beaten into submission. So I believe that you can do it. Charcoal says it's lunchtime. Later's all. Consumers were supposed to use Microsoft Bob. Oops, everyone have a great day. Have a great day, Carl. You too. I've done that twice. Wow. Man. I'm sorry, my Script Monkey classes are starting to kick up again. So I'm going to let that one go. But it looks like, guys, everybody seems settled. So unless we get a surge of people in for the late Wednesday show, which sometimes we get. Good one, Carl. I'm going to run some ads real quick. And then we'll see who has... Oh, that banner is still up, isn't it? Put that away for now. And we'll run... Let's see. Well, since no one wants my user password, I'm going back to entering tests. I will accept donations of concrete pillars and stuff. I simply have to reinstall what it wants to, including Edge, the biggest, most useless ripoff. Well, I have to have, the Edge or whatever so that I can install Chrome where I live. See you all next time. See you, Joe. Bye, Donna. And while everyone's saying goodbye, I better run an ad for some good folks. Let's see. Well, I have to run this ad.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel. But otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend? No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
I'm all about letting Cat art, and I want to let you all be as creative as possible. Let's see what we got hitting the chat. Radio Retro Future is dropping the line. Are you ready to help? Are you following our new Kickstarter? Please help us at Kickstarter for more great art. Kickstarter.com/projects. Bonsert Vocal Journey to Elysium. Guys, Bonsert makes great stuff. The world building and the stories are always phenomenal. If steampunk and wonders beyond space and time are your jam, reach out to them and at least check out this Kickstarter. It might make your day a bit better. Now, have a great day, everyone. Go forth and create great stuff the mainstream will be jealous of. Well, I'll remind you guys, as the SAG-AFTRA strike continues, This is a great time to create things and have things set up, because one, Hollywood gets back into business. For those of you who's that's their jam. When people are looking for new entertainment, this is a good time. Because remember in 2020 when the big boys faltered and couldn't pivot, the little creators had a heyday. There was a lesson there. Be nimble, be quick. And with that all said, folks, I'm going to wish you a very Merry Wednesday, the happiest of holiday hump days. And remind you, we are barreling very close to the setup for leafy moss season. So I'm excited. You guys, if you want to see me in person, live and unplugged, so to speak, I will be at the Benton County Public Library September 9th from 10 till 2 at least, with our good friends Brian K. Morris. Cookie Morris should be there. Carl Witzman, Donna, and many, many others are lining up to do this. Lots of there's some table space still available. Reach out to Amanda Tockert over at the Benton County Public Library for more information. And folks, I hope to see you all there. Have a great day. Oh, we love you, Dawn, and Donna. I kind of stuttered through that, but it covers both of you. So keeping you covered is what I do. Guys, keep creating, keep drawing, keep writing. Because as long as you make it, you can fix it, you can improve it. But you can't edit a blank page. I love you. See you Friday for Nevermind the Furthermore.